This is Cyrus Smith 1 coming at you with another Java programming video. Today we're going to be going over a program that does exponentiation. So like say you want to do 2 to the 4th, 2 to the 2nd, 3 to the 7th, which is the example we're going to do. This program does it. In Java there's not an option where you can like do the caret sign and then the number or anything like that. You have to run it through a program to get the result for exponentiation. You can't just do it. You can't just say 2 to the 5th or whatever. You got to run it through a program. So, or put in some kind of format. So that's what I do here, and we use a while statement to get, which is right here, to get the result, which I'll show you it does work. I'll show you one example. And I don't know exactly why it works. It's kind of complicated, but I'm gonna prove to you that it works so you're not confused. So here we go, guys. Alright, so here's the program. First I import scanner because we're gonna be needing to input something to the system, okay? Next, my public class exponentiation. Okay, good. I open that. It's open. Next, we call public static void main string args, so we can argue something to the system, make our statement here, and do everything below it. All right, and I call on keyboard. I call on keyboard. Wait, hold on. Yeah, I call keyboard. I call it keyboard. I can call it whatever I want. I could call it input if I wanted. But if I put input here now, everything will be wrong because it's not recognizing keyboard anymore. So I'm just going to use keyboard. KYBD. So we imported scanner. Now we can use scanner here. So I say scanner equals new scanner in parentheses system.in. Okay, semicolon. And the while true thing here, this just means that I can run my program over and over again. It doesn't just end after 1. You'll see what I mean when I run the program. Okay? Alright. Let me just back this up a little bit so I can make more sense. Okay. Okay. Alright. So I say system.out.println, enter the base. Okay? So say the base was 2 and then they wanted to go to the second. They would enter the 2 here and then the second 2, which is the exponent, they would enter at this point. So I say int m, I just call it m. Int m equals keyboard dot next. And you know what? Let's just make it less complicated. I called it m, but let's call it base. So that means everywhere that I have an m, I've got to change it to base, okay? Watch. Base. This is to make more sense to you guys. Base here. Java is case sensitive. You gotta get everything right. Base. Okay, good. Save base. Change that to save base. Save base instead of save m. Okay, cool. So we're using base instead. Int base equals keyboard dot next int. Mom, can you make him be quiet, please? Mom. Alright. So int base equals keyboard.nextInt. I use KYBD, so alright. And then there's nothing input, so this just takes what they input, the user. Alright, and then we say systemout.println, enter the exponent. And guys, the \n, if in case you're wondering what that does, it just puts this statement on its own line, so it is a kind of new line. Alright, and I just say int n, which we're going to change to exp for exponent. You got it? I want it to make sense to you guys, so we're going to change exp for exponent. Okay. exp, what else? exp, save exp, save exp, exp. Alright, good. It's all matched up now. Okay, so basically we have them enter the base and we have them enter the exponent. Make sense? Alright, guys. Int save base equals base, so we save that number. And the reason why is because down here we're going to say the result for the base, and then the save base, which saves the original base that they put in. Because the base is going to change in this while statement, and so is exp. Exponent going to change in this while statement. So we want to save the original values so we can use them down here when we explain the result. We just want to say, oh, the result for base, the original base you put before it went through the loop, the while loop, and exponent, the original one you put before it went through the while loop, is the result, which we use in the while loop and we define here. Okay, so I save the original base and the original exponent. Then I put long result because we could have a big result for the answer. Long is more than int. It can hold a lot more in terms of number size. We start result with equal to 1, okay? Result always starts with 1 in this case for this equation, which gives us the result of a exponentiation problem. So while exp is greater than 0, we open up if in parentheses exp mod 2 is not equal to 0. This just means if exp is odd, because if the remainder is not 2, if the remainder is not 0, mod just means remainder, okay guys? This just takes the remainder. Okay, so it takes exp. What's the remainder of exp divided by 2? And then if it's not equal to 0, guys, it's an odd number. Okay, and then if that gets executed and it's greater than 0 exp, if that's true, then you do this line: result equals results times base. Okay, and then this always gets executed each time. Okay. All right, let's see here. And while okay, I need to end the if. What if I end the? See, where you put these closing is important. See, it didn't matter if I put it there. I ended the if. Okay, you end the if here and you end the while there. Okay, that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, guys. I can put it wherever. Because I have to end the if as well. Okay. So that's that, and this always gets executed. So let me explain how this works, because you guys are probably like, what the hell is he talking about? I wish this was simpler. I wish you could just do something like this in Java. But you can't, guys. It has no clue what that is. So let me explain to you how this would run through. Okay? So basically, guys, okay, we're gonna make this in kind of a chart. Okay. I say I want to do 3 to the 7th, okay? 3 to the 7th. I put my exponent here. Okay? That's to the 7th. Then I have 3. And then the result, what does the result always start as? 1. Let me define these, okay? I define these as this. So we're just going to have this chart, okay? exp base results. Got it, guys? Does this make sense so far? So I'm doing 3 to the 7th. This is what I'm doing here. I'm going to explain. Wait, no. 3 to the 7th. I'll put it right here. That's what we're doing, okay? So what happens? We're going to run this through the while loop, and I'm going to show you what happens, okay? Starting off with the exponent. Okay. If exp is greater than 0, is exp greater than 0, guys? Yes, it is. See, part of why I do this, guys, I want to explain to you how the while loop works. Because if you don't understand how the while loop is working, what's the point of you doing this program, right? Alright. Now, now we move to the next part. If exp mod 2 is not equal to 0, so if exp is odd, is 7 an odd number, guys? Yeah, 7 is an odd number. So now, we do, okay, result equals result times base. Okay, so now the result's going to become 3. Got it, guys? We have to go in order. We can't cheat. We can't do these first. We have to do in order, okay? Result becomes 3. Now what, guys? We did result times base. We got the new result. EXP, new exponent number, is going to be divided by 2. And now, guys, when you do 7 divided by 2 in Java with the divide sign, it just is going to give you the next number. So like 7 divided by 2, that would be equivalent to, so 7 divided by 2 is really 3.5, right? Well, you just go down to the next number below it. You understand? So you get 3. So basically in Java, this is important, guys. In Java, 7 divided by 2 is not going to be 4.5. Not equal to 4.5. I'm just showing you. Not equal to 3.5. It's equal to, but it is 3, not 3.5. So you go down. You go down to the next number. So 7 was shared to 2 3 times with the remainder, but we don't take into account the remainder for this, for the divide sign. If we're doing mod, so 7 mod 3, which is not what we're doing here, but I'll show you. 7 mod 2 equals, so 7 goes into 2, you each gets, the remainder would be 1, right? Because, yeah, the remainder would be 1, so you put, that's going to be 1. Okay, so back to the problem. What's next, guys? We did this. We did exponent divided by 2. Now we need to do base times base. You can't do base squared. You can't do that in Java. You got to write it out. So, but base times base is going to be 9. 3 times 3 is going to be 9, so the new base is 9. See where I'm going with this, guys? Okay, good. I'm hoping you see. But feel free to pause the video and go back if you're confused. We're just explaining the while loop here. Okay. Now we got to go back up to the top, right? We've gone through, so we got to go back up to the top. While exponent is greater than 0, is exp still greater than 0? Yes. Now if it's an odd number, this just means if it's an odd number, execute this, okay? So it's an odd, 3 is an odd number, so we can execute. We do result times base equals the new result because the exponent is odd, okay? So 9 times 3 is going to be the new result. So the new result is going to be 27, okay? Okay, now that's done. We did that. So now we go through these ones down here. We divide the exponent by 2, which is going to be 1, because 3 divided by 2, it's really 1.5, but we go to the next lowest number for Java. Sorry, I got to bring that 27 back. What am I doing? And the middle one now, and the middle one is going to be base times base, which is now going to be 81. So the new base is going to be 81, guys. You got it? Are you with me, guys? I hope so. I hope so. So now exp is equal to 1. So we got to go back up to the top. Is it greater than 0? Yes, 1 is greater than 0. So we continue through the while loop. exp mod 2, is it an odd number? 1 is an odd number. So what do we do, guys? We do result times base. Now 81 times 27 is going to be the new result, which is 2187. 2187, got it? For the new result. Shoot. Okay. And exp we divide by, now we did result times base. Now we got to do exponent divided by 2, and that's going to come out to 0, because 0.5, the next lowest is 0. Okay? For Java. This is how it works for Java. And the base now would be, we do 81 times 81, which is going to be a large number, guys. Let me just put it in here. 81 times 81. Hold on. 81 times 81 equals 6561. We already have our answer, which is going to be the result because we're at 0. but I'll explain. So that's that, and that's the result. Okay, so now we go again. We try to go again. Is 0 greater than 0? No, we're done, guys. And we take our result. 3 to the 7th is equal to 2187, guys. Okay? Is that correct? Let me check on my calculator if I'm right. 3 to the 7th. 3 times... whatever. We'll test with the program and see. I'm 100% sure it's right. Okay. So, guys, please, if you need to pause the video and go through this yourself to see how the while loop is working, it's really important because when you're learning programming, Java programming, you need to understand how the while loops work in your programs, or else there's no point. You don't have any understanding. So, take a look at this, see what I did, and look at it closely. Okay. Feel free to pause the video and try to go through the while loop yourself, but I'm going to delete this now for the sake of our program working, because Java has no idea what we're doing right now. Okay? Okay. So, that's done. Okay, sweet. Alright guys, so that's done, and the last thing we do is system.out.println, and remember we saved the original base and exponent, so we do the result for the base, and then you put a space to make it organized, then your what it was, the save base, which we saved up here, guys. See, I saved it up here. Save base equals base, so it saves original base, and exponent save exp. Okay, we saved the exponent up there. Is result, which is what we got when we ran through the program here, guys. And I have the while true, and I closed it down here, so the program is going to keep repeating itself. So basically, in case you guys is watching it your first time, I suggest you watch my previous videos, which go over every one of these lines more in depth. But basically, I have to have quotes around this, then I put a plus, then my value, then a plus, then quotations again, and the spaces are for organization, for neatness. And then is result, that has to be in quotes as well. So let's do this, guys. Let's run this program, and then we're going to be done for this. Okay, guys? Okay, we're running as Java application. Okay, enter the base. So what did we do in our example? We did 3 to the 7th. So we'll do 3 to the 7th. And our answer was what? 2187? Okay, our program. Yeah, so that's that. We got that right, and you guys can double check. Now the program asks me to do it again. I can do it again because I put while true. Do you see? On your scanner, I put while true. Now we can do 2 to the 4th. 2 to the 4th is 16. 2 times 2 is 4 times 4. Yeah, 2 times 2 is 16. Okay, good. Yeah, that's right. And I don't know, we can do pretty big numbers, but we can't do too big because even long can't hold massive numbers. Like, say I try to do a really big answer, 86 to the 86th. I think this number will be too big for Java to handle, and it will come out as 0. Yeah, it comes out as 0 because it's just so big number, even long can't hold it. But you can do quite big values with this. Let's do 5 to the 2nd. Should be 25, right? Okay, that's enough for today there. But you can see the program's working, and that is the exponentiation program, guys. So I just want to point out one more thing before I get done here. Okay, so let's go to this line. If exp mod 2 is not equal to 2. There's several different ways of writing this. In the pseudocode, I just say, the pseudocode is just like the planning of the program. I just write if exponent is odd. But this is how I write it here. And you could say, oh god, what, I've done some other ways. Is not equal to 0. Or you could say if mod 2 is greater than 0, it's the same thing. It will still come out as odd. If it's greater than 0, it's going to be an odd number, you see. you could say greater than 0 or not equal to 0. It doesn't matter, guys, because odd and even, what's the difference between an odd and even number? If you divide it by 2 and it's an even number, it's going to come out to 0. And then if it's odd, you divide it by 2, it's going to come out to something different. Okay, so not equal to 0, greater than 0, it doesn't really matter, or depending if you want to use positive or negative numbers, guys. But this is the program, okay? Let's just see. Can this program do negative numbers? This is the last thing I'm going to check. What if I do, I don't know, what's negative 2 to the second should come out to positive 4. Yeah, it works, so that's cool. It does negative numbers too. Alright, guys, that's it for today. I really hope you learned something. If you found this confusing, please go back to my introduction video and start from there in this Learn Java with Me playlist. I think you'll enjoy how slow I go through everything compared to other YouTube videos out there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and please rate, comment, subscribe for more videos. And this is Cybersmith1 signing off, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video.